Jesus gets asked a question by this expert in like the canon law. What's the greatest command? We visited this about a week and a half ago, so I'm aware that it's got a repeat in terms of our point of reference here. But when this expert of the canon law asks Jesus, what's the greatest of the laws, if you had to, condense it, Jesus says, by quoting Deuteronomy, he says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your cardia, and all your soul, all your psyche," is the word in Greek. But instead of quoting it exactly, which would go on to say, "and all your strength, all your dynamis," Jesus makes a change. He says, the third thing you shall love God with is all your mind, dianoia, that center of thinking. Shankar Vedantam did a podcast, an interview yesterday on National Public Radio, part of a series called The Hidden Brain. And he laid out this interesting case that when people operate from a place of having an unwavering conviction to some matter of morality, that the part of their brain that can take in new information, that part of the brain dials back and doesn't engage as it otherwise might. So, you name the issue that someone might be so connected to from a standpoint of morality. And if a scientist were to come up who, studied this for years and bring in some scientific insight into the conversation, the person wouldn't be able to hear it. I wonder if that's why Jesus makes this comment about loving God with all your heart and soul, that psyche, that spirit that moves through, and with all your mind. Perhaps we have to find a balance in these things, especially as we try to go to the second command, which is like it, Jesus said, to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Rabbi Hillel, who lived just before Jesus, died like 6 years before Jesus was born, was asked by this person, I want you to take all of the Torah, all the 613, and tell me, 613 laws, and tell me which one's the most important. Do it while you're standing on one foot. Condense it down, right? So you're standing on one foot. And Rabbi Hillel says this. He says, don't do to other people what you don't want them to do to you. Everything else is explanation. Go and do likewise. Could we do it today? Just for a day. Don't do to anyone what you don't want done to yourself. On that, hang all the law and the prophets. Finding God in the Times of COVID, October 25th. Blessings on your day and on the season. Election season, voting is a holy act. May we engage body, mind, and soul.